check. My mic's working.
Oh.
No.
I'm hitting all the buttons. There we go. I was like, I'm hitting all the stuff.
Hold on, something's wrong. Hold on. Okay, I think I'm good.
Okay.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I'm tired today. So I watched one of the comping videos,
Did I fall
and you
asleep?
didn't tell me that it was me asking about that $1 million home in Conroe, Texas, which is like outside of Houston. Do you remember?
I do remember
And it
you.
was
I think it was like
like
1.8. What, like 1
something,
million or
yeah.
1.4?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and the funny thing is, like, when I started comping that, I was like, I didn't really like that wasn't even am I lagging?
No.
Do I look like I'm lagging to
Oh,
you?
your videos
Oh, okay.
might be lagging, but your audio's not.
Okay, then I won't worry about it. That's a weird light though. Um, so anyway, so like the comping that I had been doing did not, oh, it says low network bandwidth. That's not good. Well, we'll see what happens. So let me take my phone off of Wi-Fi and see if that helps. Okay. So it was so different than the stuff that I was actually looking at. And so then when I saw it, I was like, oh God.
You mean like, were we talking? You talking about that video where you and I were talking?
Yeah,
Oh,
about
you
that
watched it. Oh,
house.
you watched that. Okay.
I was like, Ron.
Do you not like
God.
watching yourself
Yeah,
like
this is my student Anna who made a myriad of mistakes on this.
is that how I made it sound? I'm sorry. I didn't mean this.
No, I was just watching it. Well, and the thing is, when I was asking you about that, uh, I had somebody had reached out in a group, and so then I was like, well, so then when I started looking at it, I was like, well, that's not really exactly something that is even close to what I'm typically looking at. But yeah, that was a messy
Yeah.
house. It was, yeah.
I see so many. I mean, I just remember this guy specifically. He would join our training every week.
Mhm.
And the dude always had like $1 million house every
Oh,
time.
yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm like, dude, why are you looking at these houses? Like, you need to be looking at the ones for people who are like like the
Yes.
beginner houses, entry level. Why you keep bringing
Yes.
these 800, 900? Like the house is worth like maybe like 1.5. Same kind of thing you're talking about. 1.5, and he's like trying to make offers at like, $1 million. I'm like,
Why?
interesting that you're picking these rich, expensive houses.
Yes. Right.
I want you to stop doing that because we
Right.
don't look at these at
Right.
all.
Right. Well, and so then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah, sorry. I hope I didn't make it seem like you were, because not just you. It's
No.
a lot of
Well, and the
people.
thing is, I think it's probably it's helpful, like anything that we're doing that gets recorded. I think, anything that's going to be good teaching material, I mean, you have to use it. You have to.
Yeah, sorry.
Um,
I wasn't trying to like make fun of you or anything or make you sound like you're dumb or anything.
no, I don't think you did. I think it was just me. I was like, oh, oh.
So I think everyone kind of starts there. My
Yeah.
first direct mail campaign. So I lived in LA before this, before I
Okay.
moved to Vegas. And my very first direct mail campaign, I
Yeah.
sent to Hollywood Hills, Johnny Depp. Um,
Okay.
I didn't,
Okay.
I wasted, basically lit it on fire because I sent to like Hollywood area, and I thought I was sending to like the broke down houses in Hollywood, but I sent them to Hollywood Hills. Well, dude, like we're talking about some of the richest people in the world. Probably got my
Right.
letter and started laughing.
They're like, how did we get? No, their help opened the mail and thought, how did they get this? That's what happened. Now their
I was
help
like,
probably looked at it and thought, I wish they'd call me about my house.
yeah, and I never thought, I was like,
Mhm.
I should have put a cap on later on I found out, hey, dummy, you
Right,
don't go after rich people's houses. They don't need
right,
you.
right. They only
I was
have
like,
6 of them, you know.
so
Yeah.
forever, but it was a good lesson because I never forgot to cap it. And we're going to talk about that today too.
Okay, yeah.
So you don't make those mistakes.
Yeah, thank you. Well, and after I looked at that, I was like, yeah, I don't want to mess with that. That's so ridiculous.
I
Um,
mean, I
and
ain't gonna lie to you. Like we do a handful of deals that like are in that range, but agents bring them to us.
right, like they're wanting to get rid of this house.
Or like, I don't know if yours had significant damage. Like, yeah. But like
Yeah.
if the house is in good condition,
Mm-hmm. No.
we do median and under. That's really where the
Okay.
bread and butter is. And
Yeah.
let me share this
Is there
doc
is
with you.
there anything that's too much on the underside of that? Because you said median and under. Like, have you ever come across something you were like, that is garbage?
Yeah, when it's worth land value or not even worth land value, like in Missouri, like St. Louis has houses like that, Indiana has houses
Yeah.
like that, the Midwest, you're gonna see. I'm sharing this doc with you. You're gonna see. You're on a Casey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be houses that like there's no need to even make an offer. It's not worth the land,
Right.
and we just have to leave
Right.
them alone,
It's gonna cost you money to tear the house down.
basically.
Yeah. It's not worth it.
And everyone starts out like that, like when you're brand new, you like, oh, look at this house, I can get it for $12,000. It ain't
Mhm.
worth $12,000.
No.
It's
Right.
-4, -80.
You're getting robbed. Yeah. Right.
And I didn't, and it broke my heart. I went to, it was when I thought I was the shit. I was out here doing wholesale deals, competing with all these people. And I was like, you know what? Vegas is a hot market and I'm doing very well here. I moved back
Okay.
home because I had some health issues come up and I wanted to be
Uh-huh.
close to my mom. I
Yeah.
barely get to see her like maybe once a year, once every other year. And so
Right.
I got this good idea and everything was telling me don't do it. But to move back to St. Louis, Missouri, where I was born and raised and I hated,
Okay.
um, and I did it, and I started doing houses out there, and I did the same thing you did. I started locking up well, not what you did, what we're talking about,
Yeah.
and people were calling me back. I did a direct mail campaign, and people were calling me back. Sir, I don't have electricity. Can you please buy my
Ah!
house? And I was like,
What?
and they would send me pictures of the house, and they're living there with kids and families. And there's no plumbing, no
No
electricity, and it's
running water.
freezing, and it's like, you're living in
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. I've had students
What?
like that before. It's crazy. Yeah. I've had students who told me that they were like bathing in buckets because they would say,
Child
we don't have any
services?
water. We don't have any water. And I was like, well, so when I taught in Texas, my first few years of teaching, I taught inner city Dallas area. And yeah, and there were some tough stories. And, so then you've got to figure out, okay, how do we get them some services for the kids' sake? But yeah, I've seen it
Hmm.
living in houses with, like no heat in Missouri. So
Oh,
then,
how?
one time I went to school complaining because I woke up in the middle of the night and it was 50 degrees in my house because the heater had died. Yeah. And I was freaking out. I was like, I've never had this happen before. It was like the worst camping trip ever. And um and there were more than one kid in that room said, "Yeah, we don't have a heater." And I said, "What do you do during the winter? It's snowing outside." And they said, "We all sleep in the same bed to stay warm." Wow. That, stories like that will keep you humble. Like, how dare I complain about my heat going out one night,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So perspective, perspective.
Wow. Great story.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't
Well,
know what this weird line is between what do you
yeah, I see
okay.
that. You probably need to smear it. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh.
You have a slider thing?
Yeah, I do.
You didn't
Hold
know
on.
you had that, huh?
No, you know what? Though I'm not sure that made it better. Hold on.
Looks better on my end.
Okay. There. It's a little better. Day 2.
Day 2. I
All
shared this
right.
doc with you. I might be moving a little fast, so
It's okay.
if so, just say, Ron, slow down, buddy.
Yeah.
But this is I took like 2 years, my third person, second or third or fourth person I'm taking through this, and
Okay.
it could get a little it could get a little long. So I'm gonna just get to it. So did you pick KC? I want to say that was your market
Yeah.
that you picked, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We
So
talked about Kansas City, Dallas, Phoenix. I said, let's go with Kansas City unless, the time zones become a problem. Then I'll start looking at Phoenix.
okay. Oh, this is why it's doing that. I put the thing on the wrong data, take off this filter. So if I do it like this and go down, will it do it? Let's see, data, create a filter. Okay, now I got it fixed. Let's go. Okay, so this, I'm going to talk about what I look at to pick a market, and we're going to look at Kansas City actually and go
Okay.
over because you might one day want to move markets, so at least you know how to do it. Let's
Yeah.
put Kansas City should be in here, right?
You would
Oh, it
think.
ain't. It ain't on
There's St.
here.
Louis.
Kansas City. Really interesting. So let's go ahead and just fill this in then for
Okay.
Kansas City.
All
I'll
right.
just put it down here.
Okay.
Really? Kansas City did come up? So how I got this list is hey, top 100 cities and their MSAs. There's no way it didn't make the list.
Maybe it didn't.
No way.
I'm surprised that
Really?
St. Louis is on that
Did.
list, but Kansas is not. But
Right. So you want to look at MSA. You're from there, right? Were you born and raised or something?
yeah.
Okay, according to this is 1.7. Yeah, something's wrong.
Mhm.
There's got to be something wrong. What county is it?
It would either be Jackson or um, Clay, Platte, probably Jackson.
Do you see anything that says? Let's search. Jackson.
I see DFW. I see Dallas.
Jackson. You said Jackson or what else?
Jackson or
Clay.
maybe Clay.
Jacksonville,
No,
Florida. This is weird.
Platte County, Platte. Platte.
Flat.
Well, maybe they're not in the top 100.
Something's got to be wrong, but hmm. Okay, so 1.7. Interesting that this sheet didn't keep going. Okay, so Kansas City,
Yeah.
you said it's Jackson, Platte,
Jackson, Platte,
Clay.
Clay. Oh, Platte is with an E on the end. I don't know if that matters.
Okay. Copy Kansas City, Missouri. Okay. So let's find out a bunch of stuff about Kansas City real quick. Kansas
Okay.
City median home price. Wow, the median income 37K. What the heck?
Right.
224. I'm loving that right there.
Right.
Median home price 224. Let's find out average days on market. I like using Redfin for data on this particular one.
Okay.
It says your average days on market. Let's see what's going on with the market too.
Okay.
Okay, 30 days, which is hot market, median sales price 290 up. So your market's looking up, and most markets are not. So look, you guys are moving in a good direction. There's a lot of markets that are like we were looking at New Orleans as a possible market to like go into,
Yeah.
and it is not looking good for New Orleans at all. And they got a hurricane
Really.
coming. Oh yeah.
And the thing is, I would think during hurricane season, that would not really be a time that people would be trying to move, not move there.
What am I trying to do? I just want a number. Oh my gosh. This should okay.
Oh yeah. Average days on market was 30.
30 median house price. And so those are the main three. I look at population. I like 1,500,000 and above. I would do 700 probably like my minimum population, but I probably wouldn't do
Okay.
it. Average days on market, I like 60 days and under. Kansas City is on fire, which is awesome. Shit, maybe I should look into that. Median house price. Median house price. I like median house price under the national average. National average is like 400. You're at, yeah, everything looks good. Everything looks good. There's some more stuff here. Basically, what this is if I'm flipping there, I go in and find out how many sales, how many houses have sold in the past 6 months. And then I
Okay.
look at how many sold to owner occupied and how many sold for investors, just because I want to make sure that the community is transacting with investors, and they are. They are. I don't have to worry about it for this market because you got so many people, but that's just one other step that I would look at. But yeah, mainly for wholesaling, we don't have to be. There's a lot of things that we get the luxury of not having to like make sure of all this crazy stuff that's going on there because we're
Right.
just we're just wholesaling the deal. We're not flipping it. We don't have to be
Right.
specific. We just have to be close. Our numbers have to
Okay.
be like close. Okay. So where's my Kansas City at? Let me sort this again. Let's sort it by this. It didn't take it
There it
for
is.
some reason. Yeah. Somebody picked Fresno and Bakersfield. They got 24 days on market. I was like, what? Unbelievable.
That's pretty fast.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got a market. I love your market because you have multiple exit strategies, buy and hold. So buy and hold, people can pay more. And you got like so many different strategies. That's like indie, like it's very, very good. I want to
Hmm.
pick up rentals myself, so I'm probably gonna ask you. That's on your
Okay.
buyers list.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna set
And
up
you don't care where
here.
your rentals are? Do you just use like a leasing company? What do you do?
No, that if you do, I'm going to do my own until I get like a lot because that takes your cash
Yeah.
flow away, really.
Right. Because I mean, if it's in Kansas City, then you have to have a property manager, right? Or
Well, I mean, you
don't
just have to
you?
do everything yourself.
Oh,
Yeah, like tenants and I mean, I might hire like someone to do it to set it up, like pay the
yeah.
realtor to like find someone, but
Right.
I can maintain it and stuff like that. I think I mean, all my buddies are doing it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think I would. If it got too much, then I probably would get a company. I think for like first 10, I got it.
Right.
What am I doing all day? I'm doing this. I'm having fun.
I'm glad.
I'm really looking at St. Louis because I got family there. That's probably like the main
Right.
person I'm looking for.
Right.
And I know
Well,
the
and if you're
area.
from there, I mean, you kind of just you just know some things.
Hmm. I know all the
Yeah.
neighborhoods I want to be in. I know them all.
Right. Right. See, and I would think that St. Louis would be so easy for you
Oh yeah, it
in
is.
comparison to some of these other cities that you just kind of pluck out of the, like, you're like, let's try.
Yeah. I got like there's like Indy. There's like they got more duplexes and fourplexes and stuff. We don't really
Yeah.
have a ton of that in St. Louis. Like there. I don't know how yours works, but I like that. 4 units.
Yeah.
Sounds
Right.
good to me.
Right. Two incomes, one roof.
Hmm. So let's set up your filters. Have you already done this before? Do you have an email address that is going to get like jumped, like hit with properties
Yes.
dedicated?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to show you how we do it.
Okay.
Do you have some Redfin searches done already?
Um, I haven't done a lot of stuff on Redfin. I've done more on Zillow.
All right. So first thing I'm going to help you out with is Zillow's kind of garbage when it comes to low-key sucks for leads.
Good
They
to know.
they're just not good at it. Redfin, way better leads, way
Okay.
more accurate stuff. I like Redfin to for filtering and sending leads, and I love Zillow better, much, much better to
Okay.
comp on.
Okay.
Um, it works really well for the markets I use. So you'll have to see which one you like better. You might like,
Okay.
some people like Redfin better to comp on. I'm a Zillow till I die, but you also have a non-disclosure state. So tomorrow it could get a little interesting to see how we can comp because tomorrow's comping.
Okay.
But I've done it. I mean, I've comped in St. Louis and the same thing, so we can get there. We just use actives. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
active stuff. So Kansas City, you're so perfect. You know Kansas City very, very well.
Hmm.
This outline has a lot of areas missing. So tell me, do I need to include Fort Leavenworth, Platte City? Do I need to
No,
include this?
no, that's all going to be in Kansas. I would,
Oh,
and really the only area of Kansas that's interesting is Johnson County, and that's Overland Park, that area, Leawood. But I'm thinking right along the state line, like I would include every bit of Missouri through the state line.
well, something like this,
Uh,
huh? Is this a state line?
no, yes,
Because I know St. Louis is the same kind of thing. Like we're
yeah,
like halfway to Illinois, and you guys are in.
mhm, yeah. There you go.
Would you get
I'm
Pleasant Hill,
yes,
Lone Jack,
and nah, not so much. That's kind of getting out there. But then, like,
Bates?
yeah, and then keep going up. I'd do Grain Valley. I'd go up and around Liberty.
That was an accident.
That's okay.
Up and around Liberty. Where's Liberty?
Like go up and then head back west once you get to like Excelsior Springs. Because
This?
Liberty would be fantastic. Yeah, up. Yep, just like
Do I grab
that.
all this up here? Do I grab
I
Kearney?
would.
Okay, something like this.
Like Kearney, yes. Platte City.
Okay.
Yep, perfect.
So you do something like that. Because I get, oh,
Mhm.
I don't know. You would include some of Overland Park, you said.
Yeah, I mean, yes. The thing about Overland Park is Overland Park can be really expensive. But yeah,
We're
there you
gonna
go.
imagine that this is perfect.
That looks That looks pretty darn good.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I miss my
If I had
Missouri
taken my
houses.
time to do it, that's probably what it would have looked like.
Awesome. So take off all the rule stuff that you're going to waste your time. You don't want to get any of that stuff. We want to be efficient as possible. And this
Yeah.
just screams Missouri. My house I
Doesn't
grew
it?
up in looks like pretty much exactly like this. My bedroom was right here. I had a basketball
Yeah.
hoop right
Yes.
here, but it's a
Right.
two-car garage, so it's just a little bit wider. But this
Yeah.
reminds me so much of St. Louis. It's crazy. Oh.
Well, and the houses out here, it's so funny because somebody will put like a scam house on Facebook Marketplace. And I'm like, that is not Las Vegas. That looks like Ohio. Like, uh,
All right, so we're gonna come here. Coming soon's fine, active, all good. But
mhm,
we focus on houses. When we go to new markets, I don't even messing around with this stuff. Let's get good at
right.
selling houses. And then if we want to add on other stuff, let's do it. The most
Okay.
valuable things are houses. Your median was what? 224. So guess what we're gonna put right
Mhm.
here? We're gonna put we're gonna put 224. We
Okay.
want to see everything. We don't want to miss stuff. When you put filters on, TLC, Fixer
Right.
Upper, the algorithm or whoever did it messes stuff up. I don't want to
Okay.
put it in their hands. So this is pretty much what we do. We want to take
Okay.
out new construction,
Right.
take out FISBO for this for training. We don't hit the FISBOs. You can leave foreclosures in there, but this is it. Pretty
Do
open.
you, for the foreclosures, some people say that, like don't mess with foreclosure, you don't want to mess with the bank. I mean, other than it just making it a longer sale, right? It takes a little bit longer.
We've done with deals with banks. They care less. Like you could get a bank and we need they take longer to respond. They may or
Okay.
may not care to negotiate. Like
Okay.
we have done some deals, and if you
Yeah.
get the
I
right
just
one,
wondered if it was worth it,
I don't get excited when I see it. Let me just say that. But I
Okay.
will if there's an opportunity there. It's kind of like, all right, well, let's see how this one goes. And
Right.
if
Now,
the
if it's
agent picks up,
pre-foreclosure, you can scoop in kind of, right? But um yeah.
yeah, it depends. If this is, I like the ones that are represented by like it's a seller in foreclosure that hired an agent. Like I like
Okay.
those.
Yeah.
Not saying that the ones with the banks, REOs and stuff are not
Right.
good. I just don't put a lot of attention on those. We make our offer and then we
Okay.
move it on, right? It's almost like,
Right.
hey, it might happen, it might not. Oh, we got it under contract. All right, let's try to move it. That kind of a thing.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so you only got 654 houses here with this.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's about what I thought it'd be.
Hmm.
And you want to save the search, log in with whatever, and I save it minus like it's going to save something like what does mine
Okay.
say? I forget. It's like no, forget. It'll save like say Kansas City and
Uh-huh.
some kind
Okay.
of a name like that. My save
Right. It'll
searches.
say like Kansas City and it'll give like whatever the specs were for the filters.
Yeah, exactly like
Right
this. I just put single
there.
family
Yeah.
residences
Okay.
just so it's open and like as you see like we're moving to Jacksonville, so I just opened this right now. Put it on instant.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So you get them as an agent, puts them in, and we're not going to do anything with this. Poor student of mine. She when we set this up, she started to comp all 600 houses. And I was like, no, no,
Whoa,
no, 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 no,
girl.
no. Just go get her, right? And I was like, no. So
Right.
what we're gonna do is this is gonna start sending you houses. So you're gonna wake up in the morning, and what you're gonna see is just like I got in mine. you're gonna see, and you've probably done this before.
1,000
Crap.
emails.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go to like
Okay.
trash. And this is exactly what we're gonna do.
Trash. Oh my gosh. Yep. Okay.
So we're gonna get the trash out and keep the good stuff.
Okay.
Trash or good houses are trash.
Well,
Bad
that's
houses are
true.
gold. Let's see. Let's go to
What
20.
time do you
Let's
need to
go.
start your call?
You're kidding me. It's been 30 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, this is what I'm gonna do. Thank you
We
so
have too
much.
much fun.
No, I'm gonna let everyone come in here.
Yeah.
So I need to go to good. Thank you. Thank you so much for reminding me.
Well, I saw 601 and I was like, I don't want to be the reason that you're late to the party.
Live call link. No. Oh, this is perfect.
So I'll set up my searches.
I'll put it on the chat. Okay. Cool. Thank you
Just
for that.
got it.
All right. Where was I?
So we were setting up searches. So when I get up in the morning and check my email and it looks like that,
This is what you're gonna do. Okay.
sort through.
Yeah, so let's start just like I did in Tampa. This is the 23rd, so yesterday. So you're gonna get these emails and they're gonna look the house. You're gonna look at these beautiful houses, right? So
Right.
let's just look at these real quick so you can get a feel for how quickly you need to be moving, or your time's gonna be ate up and you're gonna be wasting your time. RAC, a renovation look. I don't want that.
Right.
We're not looking for that. These houses look good. I'm just gonna double check and make sure. Yeah. This one needs a renovation, but it's
Right.
got some. I'm not looking at that house. You see
Not
how
terrible. There was
I
one down
needed?
there. Yeah.
Nope.
Oh,
Let's
see,
renovate
somebody's
it.
kind of gone in there.
So this one, it looks like new floors. I'm looking for distress, like someone has a problem. I'm quickly going through here. This has been, yeah, none of these houses are going to work
Okay.
that I'm looking at. Nope.
So with
If
the
you need me to
median
slow
house
down, tell
price
me.
being no, with the median price being 224, then should we search it lower than 224 to kind of find the trash or no?
Leave it. Leave it as is, because some people are crazy and they'll list a turd
Yeah,
for a high
right,
price
right.
and you ain't gonna see it because you
They're on a
put,
pipe dream. Yeah,
yeah, but oh, check it out.
there's one.
So
That
this is,
that one. Yeah.
I got cars in the lawn. It's
Yeah.
looking really good so far. Let's see what the insides, and
Oh,
jackpot.
yeah. Utter garbage. Oh,
So
wow.
I already see damage in the ceiling.
Right.
I see distress. I see a bathroom that needs to be renovated. This is exactly what we're looking for. I see
That bathtub's
damage.
probably been there since it was built.
Look at all this damage.
Yeah, and
How
then an
dare
attempt
they?
to fix a doorway maybe or something.
Yeah,
They
this
tried to fix
is,
that.
they're not selling this house to an
Yeah.
end buyer that's going to pay him a lot of money. No, this
No,
is
the
not move-in
door is
ready.
broken. Like this is not a well taken care of place.
Yep. And I just see like damage along. No, I see other stuff besides.
Do you ever kind of like think, that
Ugh.
like to me, this looks like somebody who's probably not just struggling with taking care of their house. Like there's definitely indicators of financial struggle here.
It looks like it. I mean, It's hoarder-ish. I've seen a lot worse. It doesn't seem nasty like I've seen some houses. Looks
Yeah,
like
it
they
doesn't
like
look
cleaned
filthy.
up,
Like,
at least for the pictures. I mean, I've
yeah,
seen feet like I mean, I've walked in some houses where you're like, bro, these people have mental problems to be living
like
here
there's
like this.
feces places
Yeah,
and
there's
uh,
no like I just want to leave. I just want to leave.
right.
I just want to get out of
And
there as quick as
indication of
possible.
kids living in that, and yeah.
Yeah, mental faculties look like they're like, they clean the kitchen, looks like it's order, right? I'm talking like they don't care. They don't care
Yeah,
kind of houses. So
okay.
yeah, but still, yeah, they're not repairing. Look at this. Like there's
Yeah,
damage, there's roof damage, significant. So I mean, they're not no lender.
no.
If they didn't fix this stuff, they're not lending on this
Mhm.
property. They're gonna make them fix it. And if they don't have the money to fix it, guess who they gotta sell the bill to? Us. This
Right,
is what we're
okay,
looking for. These are the
okay,
houses I want you to focus on. Those
okay,
ones I showed you before, get out of
okay,
here. Let's look at another
okay.
one. This one looks like it needs
Oh,
Jose's back. Look like it needs more yeah, it needs renovation.
yeah, I agree.
It's older. We looked at this house earlier. Everything, so this is like I like to say, like grandma's house. It's old,
Right,
but it's
right.
clean. It's nice. Back in the day, it's probably expensive, but it needs a complete remodel. It needs to be brought up to 2025 standards.
Yeah,
Everything's got to go of this house. Everything's got to go. Maybe you want to keep this stuff. I wouldn't if I'm flipping it. Everything's brand new. New cabinets, new light fixtures, new switches, new hardware, new floor, new paint. Rip this, everything. This is what I'm looking for. This looks like it might be
okay.
newer, but it's still got to go. What's up, Jose?
Hey, what's going on, Ron?
You back, huh?
Yeah, I'm actually looking through through these emails. Like now, my inbox is like full of the Redfin ones.
He was on
So,
earlier, Anna.
so yep.
Yeah, so I'm just taking Anna through it right now. And I mean, me and Anna we can hop on a phone call and be on here for 2 hours. And we're like, what? It's been 2 hours?
Right. Well, there's a lot of good um information. So yeah.
Good, good.
Mhm.
So what I want you to do is, set that up and
Yeah.
tomorrow, like you could do it. You might be able to find some tonight, but tomorrow I want you to identify 3 leads. Do you have a CRM? Okay.
Uh, so
Um,
so I mean, I created a
let me see
Google
it.
sheet. I know.
Let me see.
I created a Google sheet and was kind of tracking things there.
That's fine.
But I
That's
wasn't
fine.
really getting any traction. So it was like, I don't really need to keep too much
It's fine.
at that point.
If you want to have some organization in a
Yeah.
CRM that you could like take with you, Asana worked pretty good.
Mhm.
One of the students
Yeah.
got Asana. I forgot about it. It's basically go high level but free. But it doesn't have all the automations and stuff in it. But it's going to be able to keep you organized, and that's basically all you really need is
Okay.
like
Okay.
until you like until you
Well,
get
it
a
might be a
deal.
starting point. Yeah.
Yeah, make some money, and then let's spend money on a CRM that can do something for me is
Do
totally
more. Yeah.
if you need to, or if you want to spend the money, then yeah, it's not expensive. I think it's like $50 to $100 for a CRM to do a lot of stuff for you.
My video's frozen.
Oh man, what a good shot. Are you trying to share your screen?
Do I?
Are you trying to share your screen right now?
No.
Okay, all good.
No, because I live kind of in Mountain's Edge area.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes my Wi-Fi is great and sometimes it is trash. Yeah.
Garbage. My Airbnb is there, and I used to live there, and we get zero reception at our
Mhm.
house.
Yes.
Zero. I'm on a Blue
Like
Diamond,
sometimes I
and
just drop phone calls and, and
yep,
I've set it up to do Wi-Fi calling and it's still.
still trash.
So, yeah, I mean, I pretty much have a VPN open at all times when I'm at home just so that I get what I need.
I feel your pain.
Yeah.
Okay, so just identify like, the three
Okay.
three of these properties that look like
Three.
what
Okay.
I'm talking about here for tomorrow. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna comp them. We're
Okay.
going to comp them and set the price, set the offer price. That's what we're going to do all tomorrow.
Okay.
And the next day, we're actually going to call those agents and see if we can get, maybe not you, because if you're calling, can't, it's going to be like, you can, but it's going to be like, wait,
What, on Thursday?
Wednesday? Yeah, Thursday, we're 5:30.
Yeah, but I can go earlier on Thursday.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could do 3 o'clock on Thursday.
Oh, okay. I don't think I have anything. That's good for me. Nothing. Says I gotta take the trash out on Thursday.
I hate you.
Well, I mean, at 3, that's all I gotta do.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
No, I'm working. I'm working these days. I'm working like 8 hours, 12 hours a day.
Is that because you're picking up students?
My
Or are you
business,
just
I'm
working
creating a
eight?
lot of content.
Yeah.
I'm doing a lot of coaching stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to pick up. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And we may be watching a couple kids. Wife wants to do a daycare, so we might be. It's gonna be busy up in here.
There's gonna be little people in your house.
There's already little people everywhere anyway. I'm like, um, but yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Okay.
Identified 3 leads. I'll just check them, make sure they look bad. They look good by looking bad. You bring me
Okay.
some
Yeah.
houses that look like what's that first
Mhm.
email? That look like this. I'm like, come on now.
No.
Really? Watch
Even
this
the
be like,
yard looks good. Yeah.
yeah. They don't
Yeah.
need us. They don't need us.
If there's not cars parked on the lawn, then
So this was a tweener. Like in Vegas,
right. I was
like
gonna say it's not terrible.
I would skip it, to be honest
Okay.
with you. I would skip it. I know it needs a full remodel,
Yeah.
but you can get someone to move in here and pay a good amount,
Yeah.
and it's probably in a good neighborhood. And I don't want to waste my time. That's a main thing I don't want. What's this water? Oh, we're in Kansas City. I was like, Vegas, what? This doesn't look like Vegas.
No, that's Florida.
Oh my gosh. So this full of alligators and stuff. Get out of here.
Gosh,
Um,
no. Like, no.
you don't want to waste your time because you can go down a rabbit hole and be
Right.
looking and making offers on houses that don't need you. And I think that that's one of the most things that kill that people are not successful and like this doesn't work is because they're messing with houses they don't need to be messing with. This is kind of a tweener. If you
Yeah.
added this house, I wouldn't like, I would understand, but at that price point, this neighborhood,
Why?
it's a waste of time. If my VA sent me this lead, I'm deleting it. I'm not spending the 5 to 10 minutes to comp it out. because time is very
Right.
valuable, and we need to look at houses that look more like these. This is
Yeah.
all day. I want this all day. So is this an issue that you might have, is like trying to get houses like this?
What do you mean? Is it an issue for me to find houses like
No,
that?
like,
Or like,
are you wasting your time with like nice houses like this too much?
possibly, possibly because a lot of the houses that are on the market in Vegas, the ones that I was looking at in Vegas, are a lot like this one. You know, they're not
Right.
terrible,
Exactly.
but they need a reno, but somebody could still move in there and live just as is
Yep.
and just do the kitchen and then just do the bathroom and then, and so I think I just needed to hear you say that. Like maybe this is, you know, not straight out of the gates, but I think because so many of the homes in Vegas are kind of like that, yeah, I would say I probably was wasting my time.
And I was kind of like, I was wondering like what your process was, because you're probably doing a lot of things right, but there's probably like things here that someone like myself can come in and say, stop doing that, do this, and
Right.
it'll
Don't
change,
spend your
have a
time doing
big
that.
effect.
No.
Because you're out of time, and then you didn't get your offers out, and you don't get any deals,
Yeah.
and you quit because you're doing the
So let me
two.
ask you this. So when let's say I go in and I've found a home that I'm focused on. I start doing comps, and when you're doing comps, are you recording any of that? Because when I was comping, I think I was spending a ton of time going in, copying and pasting into my little pseudo CRM, like I would
No.
like create a tab that was like all the comps, like what comps did I use for this? I don't know. I was just kind of collecting information, but the truth is that I could look at the comps and go, okay, I think this home's probably the ARV's this. Um,
Yeah, sometimes it's very clear, especially if you stay in the neighborhood.
right. So you don't always necessarily track your comps
When you say track, what
straight
do you
out of the
mean?
gate. Well, so, like once you're like, let's say, okay, so you lock down the deal, but then you're trying to find a buyer for it. Are they going to want to see your comps? Are they going to want to know what you
No.
comped it against? No.
If there are some good
Okay.
buyers, they want the best buyers I know.
Uh-huh.
I've never had I won't say never. All the people that have bought deals from me
Yeah.
wouldn't trust my numbers. Why would they trust my numbers? I that's why when buyers are like, hey, can you send me your ARV? I already know
They
they're
do
not
their own
buyers.
comps.
Buyers?
Yeah.
Every single one of them, besides the
Okay.
ones that like they're buyers. I hate to say it like this, but no, I'll just say it. Like, why would, if a wholesaler sends me a deal, they'll tell me the ARVs this. I'm gonna
Yeah.
assume they're gonna like inflate it. I need to go check it myself.
See, and that may have
Some
also been part of my problem was that I was kind of maybe conservative when I was setting my ARVs.
maybe. I know what, for one thing, your offer prices were, you weren't going to get anything under contract with what you were telling me of how you were running your numbers. Nothing ever. And that's one of the big mistakes that most people make, is they don't know what to offer at. And they don't know how to adjust. This is
Yeah.
not, I'm not gonna lie, this is not like the easiest thing in the world to do. That's why a lot of people don't do it. But when you get it, like you're like, oh,
So then once you figure out what your ARV is,
yeah,
then what are you calculating? Like,
yeah, I'll show you. So
yeah.
where's mine? Is this mine? Where's my CRM? I thought I had it. Maybe I don't have it on this one, but let's go into my Astro. I think this is the Vegas one. Although I saw Florida, Jeremy. So I have multiple CRMs I log into for each market.
Okay.
Or else you'd be texting somebody from a Florida number in Vegas, and it's
Right.
one of the pains in my butt. We have to like we can't keep using these because we're just too big. We got too many things going on. I don't like to say
You need something more
we're too big.
streamlined.
We need everything we can do under one hub instead of like, hey, I gotta
Yeah.
talk to this Indian buyer. Log into the Indian one. Get out of here. That's too much. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so somehow I logged Florida into the wrong one, but yeah. So this is my Florida one,
Okay.
and these are the comps. So how we do it? How I'm training is we got the searches. Lead comes in. We identify that this is a property we're going to make an offer on. My
Okay.
VA, which is what you'll do,
Mhm.
copy paste, and put it in here. So create a new lead, a new opportunity, new lead. Put the agent's stuff there and put the property address, and then leave it for me. It automatically populates this template. If you don't have, say, I recommend Asana, which is this one right here for you. It looks just
Okay.
like it. It's a slide
Okay.
over. You just slide it over as you go, right?
Yeah.
I'll kind of show you what it looks like one day when it loads up. There she is. But in the meantime, yeah. And I'll fill this out. This is everything that my rep needs to make an offer. I'll go ahead and
Yeah. Right.
I will put the agent remarks. I'll put the agent's contact info in there so they can just go ahead and call them from there. I'll put the asking price, which is, whatever the asking price is on Zillow.
Mhm.
And I will comp it. And I will use the comp that I used and any adjustments that I made. Like that one house, for example, we were looking at before. I'm gonna for which one is this? Florida. So Florida, we're making offers at like 55 to 60%. I want to put this
Okay.
offer at 55, probably like 55% of the ARV.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put it in here. I might say something about the roof. I don't know on this one. I think we're looking earlier, and they said that they got a new roof or upgraded the roof in 2007. So if that's true, but if I know that the roof, look at this, cash or hard money offers only. They're asking for investors. This is beautiful. This is what we're talking about. Ashley can't wait to talk to an investor about an offer. These are all
Right.
this is
Ashley's not going to sell it otherwise. That's what it comes down to.
and we're looking for the ones like this, the best
Okay.
20 leads. So
Okay.
each day when you log in, we're trying to find the best 20 leads to put in my CRM for the day.
Okay.
Tomorrow, I want a brand new 20 leads. The next day, the brand new 20 leads. And we're trying to find the best properties to make our 5 offers on. For you, you're trying to make like this for this 5-day challenge. I want you to pick the best 3.
Okay.
And then we're gonna call them and see if we can make an offer. We're gonna see if we could talk to the agent and have a good conversation. And one of 2 things gonna happen is they're gonna tell us to kick rocks, or they're gonna be like, hey, this number works, or let's follow up. And they're not gonna tell us to kick rocks, so I'm gonna tell you what to say. And they're betting, hopefully there are properties like this where you're gonna get a script, you're gonna know what to say. Hopefully I'm gonna be listening on speakerphone. I might be like, tell her this, say that, and maybe we get somewhere.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Okay.
No, we should. But oh yeah, going back to CRM, I kind of got lost a little bit. But where's my CRM? Yeah. Sure. Once I fill this out, I slide this lead over to comped. This signifies, or if we're like 100 off, let's say like my offer is 100 off. We're not talking to the agent. We'll just put it in follow up and we'll create a task in here to follow up in a couple of weeks to see if they stop losing their mind. They start doing price reductions. All right. So if they do a price reduction, we're going to slide it back into this area so we can talk to the agent and see if hey, I'm 60K off. What can we do? Is there anything there? No? Okay, cool. I'll put you another follow-up till you drop within my range. Because your house needs a roof, it needs all this stuff, and your seller's crazy. I don't say that to the agent, but you know, we're having that convo. And we just slide it on down. All my stages. I don't know why they need so many stages, but my rep says he needs them. So I give it to him. If it were me, the ones I think you need, new leads, follow up, been comped. I wouldn't use this. Okay, maybe it's like, you know, try to reach out to the agent, but I can't. Maybe that's what this is. I tried to reach out, but they're not responding.
Right. Maybe just.
I want to know, like, I have contacted this agent. They're not contacting me back. Or I've called the agent. That's what I would have. From here, it would move into, I tried to contact the agent. They have not contacted me back. But I left a message or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Right? And then my next one would be like, I don't know, pending. Which means like, I would have something of like, they're negotiating. In negotiations is what I would call it.
Okay.
Negotiating. They're going to go talk to the seller, see if they're going to take my offer. That's what it means to me. I think this is what pending means for my team.
Okay.
And then send the offer email, or if we're going to send a verbal or written.
Okay.
I like that. Hey, I made a verbal offer and they accepted it, or a verbal offer and they're thinking about it. I want different buckets for me.
Yeah.
I want no, maybe, going to find out.
Okay.
And I think this is what this means. This is in different language. Declined offer, I would have that. Counter offer, I would have that. Accepted, of course, and closed and dead. Don't call this agent ever again, or don't talk about this property, or the property sold, something like that. Cancel deals. Market research is basically like, we didn't get the deal. It looked like a good deal. We want to follow it to see what investor bought it so we can add them for like our cash buyers or something. So, we'll find out what happened to the deal and get them as cash buyers. That's a lot of little sections, but you don't have to do that many. But you see how organized.
Well,
you need to know exactly.
I think, you know, if you're going to have a lot of properties, then I think that, you know, you need more identifiers to kind of keep it all straight, because every situation is going to be different.
Right.
And yeah.
And Asana is free. It looks like, if I go to like my project management, when I flip, you can see like it's the same kind of thing. You just slide it over into the different, this is my rehabs.
Similar.
Rehab week 1, week 2, week 3, you know. We recorded, we close.
Well, and that looks like that would work in the beginning, at least. Right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you just basically need to know, what do I need to do? And you can set tasks here. You can set tasks. So when you log in the morning, you'll see these will be houses, right? These will all be like, hey, you got to check on these 20 houses to see if they drop the price. Once you get week 1, 2, 3, after you get like week 2, you're going to have a ton of work to do. So you pretty much need to stay organized. And I recommend, I'm going a lot extra because this is part of like the coaching. You want to do it like this. Like, this is probably something I'll do on day 3, but or a different day, but I'll put it as a note here. You want to organize like this. You want to organize like this. Like, you want to do one thing at a time. We're going to, let's call it, step 1. All I'm doing for the first, let's say I'm gonna work 4 hours. The first hour is I'm filtering leads. That's all I'm doing. Second house, now I got all my leads here, right? All my leads are sitting here in, this column. Uh-oh. Let's get this out of here and talk about my CRM. I want to put all the leads in here. These are the leads I'm going to work on. I got 20, I got 100, I got an email. I got 100 emails today. These are my top 20 I'm going to work on. I'm going to comp and work on them, right? So that's the first step, is to filter the leads. Then all I'm going to do now for the next hour is I'm going to comp them all. I'm going to comp every house and set the price. Comp, set price. That's what I'm doing for hour 2. You don't want to get at all this. Let me filter this lead, then let me comp it, then let me do it. No. Filter. Now I'm done. Comp. Now I'm done. Then I'm going to call. And then I'm going to make offers. Filter the leads, move them over to the CRM, comp all of them, set the prices for all of them. Now I can have my conversations and go like, okay, so these 10, I'm going to put these in follow-up. They're 100K off, but these 10 are like we're within 60K. We make offers on stuff. We have conversations, 60K off. We're going to call the agent, introduce ourselves. Hey, I'm an investor. Hey, can you tell me a little bit more about the property? I'm interested in this property you got. They go, hey, sure. What do you want to know? Can you tell me about some stuff I can't really see from the pictures? Looks like a really nice house. How's the roof? How's the HVAC? How's the plumbing? How's the electrical? Once you open them with that, it should be, now I'm in, baby. I'm in. They're talking to me about the house. I'm no longer, it shouldn't be adversarial anyways, right? Just sound confident. That's the best advice I can give you. Sound confident. They're going to ask questions. You know the top 10 questions they're going to ask you. What are they going to ask you? Because people don't normally call real estate agents and say, I want to make an offer with you. They have their agent call them. They're used to talking to agents. They want to talk to agents who are like, it's weird to the agents who don't get the game. You know what I mean? Some of them get the game. Some of them are like, how do you get my number? How'd you find out? Oh, who do you have once you get all that stuff figured out, because I'll give you what the rebuttals are, the top 10 rebuttals that you got to know, right? Once you know them, you're golden. You're spitting them off like second nature. And once you got the script down, script's the easiest thing in the world. I shouldn't say that. I know that I do realize that this is kind of natural for me. Sales is natural. That's what I did. So I understand like how people work, but the script's going to help non-sales people. Like I didn't go to college and graduate and have all these degrees. I went to the military, then I got a sales job, and then I went that route. So it was like, oh, wholesaling. I speak this language already. So I do get that, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I hope this all makes sense. But I'm gonna ask you, what questions do you have? What do you need clarity on? Is the process pretty simple?
Yeah, it seems pretty straightforward to me, and it's pretty close to what I was doing, except I ended up, when I started putting in a bulk of my offers, I was doing it with an agent.
You don't want to do that. You do not want to do that.
Okay.
You won't do that unless they tell you they can't do dual agency. So the first thing you want to do, you want to offer the double dip. Hey, I'm not represented by a real estate agent. Can you represent me? And maybe you'll get 6%. You know dang well they're going to get double to incentivize them to work with you. The buyer agent, are they incentivized? No. No, not at all. And you're gonna, yeah, and you don't want you already have a layer between you and the seller. Now you got two layers. You got to talk to your buyer's agent. Then they got to talk to that agent. Then they got to talk to the seller. And then the seller's got to get back to the agent. Then the agent's got to be, golly, I want at least people in the way of the seller as possible. But yeah, I highly recommend don't do that. You want to build a relationship with a listing agent. And they're the listing agent. They're the listing agent. So
Right.
you know how real estate works, right? Like you got to hustle and grind to get listings. The buyer's agents usually are the newer agents who are not built up.
Right.
Don't have the business built up. So the person, if that agent is getting these deals that look like good investor deals, they might know how to get more of them. I want to be boys with that listing agent. I want to be like, hey, what's up? Hey, my best friend. You got more of these? Right? You want to build that relationship so they start bringing them to you. So you're doing two things at once. This deal may not work out, but they may have a listing 2 months from now that you can make 20K on.
Right.
So all these relationships you want to you don't want to ignore these people. This is where the CRM helps me the most is they stay in contact. One of the worst things about, I think, us people is we don't reach out to the people that we should be reaching out to and saying what's up and saying hello enough.
Okay.
Hey, Ron, I have a question.
What's up, man?
What is something that you would say that will set you apart from another wholesaler that will prevent, them to go with working with another wholesaler other than you? Like, what is something that you would say that will set you apart?
Things like asking them about themselves. Tell me about you. Tell me, how did you get into real estate? What? You care about me, not this transaction? Yeah, I want to get to know you. You know what I mean? But what's your goals? What are you trying to do? Where are you from? So you want to get on a personal level. If they have time to indulge you, you want to find out what are your goals, and how can I help you get to your goals? Right? You're going to have to take on, and this is one thing that it's been kind of one of the things I think about when I think about being a coach. What can help you guys out the most? And what helped me out the most too when I was newer was you have to associate yourself with your cash buyers as we. That's the only way you're going to be able to for me to make this mentally work for me and what I'm doing. Because if you see yourself as a wholesaler and you're just a middleman, you're going to be lying to these people, and it's not going to be like, they're going to ask you, are you going to wholesale this deal? So you and your buyer, to me, we're a team. You literally are partnering on the deal. So you got to come across like you're buying the property, and we are buying the property kind of thing. If you can't, it's going to be hard. I talk to the listing agent as if I'm a buyer, because I do buy it, I do flip. Right? So you have to somehow, you need to talk to buyers. And you need to have conversations with them so you feel confident that you can close. You don't want to waste this realtor's time. And without knowing what your buyers want to buy and them tell you that and say, can we do deals together? If the deal's tight, can we flip it together? Can I get paid on the back end? This is kind of advanced, and I don't know if I should be saying it really, but the point I'm trying to illustrate is I think it's very important that you come across as a buyer. You need to come across as a buyer. You do not want to come across as a wholesaler, or you're not going to have success.
Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong.
You don't want to lie either.
Well,
So
right. But I think sometimes you can shoot yourself in the foot by being overly transparent, because then it kind of plays into their preconceived ideas about what wholesalers are and are, yeah.
You want to say wholesaling is something that we might do, but it's not what we're doing.
Right.
How I say it, because I actually do buy and I have the confidence and stuff, but I still have the confidence when my buyers were like, Rod, we can flip this house together. What? Oh, I really am a cash buyer through you. You're the cash. I find the deal. You bring the money. We're flipping this deal. I get paid an assignment fee when we close, but we flipped the deal together. That's how I did my mind. And they're like, if it's tight, bro, like I can't pay you an assignment fee, but I can pay you when we flip it. I can pay like 5-7K when we flip it. Some of them I talked to them about being on the hey, can we combine and do an LLC, or can we do some kind of a JMA agreement? So you really are flipping the house technically with them. But yeah, you come across as a wholesaler, I don't think you should do this. You have to have a buyer option within your your deck. You can't just be a 100% wholesaler. I'm glad we had this convo because it's getting kind of quiet.
No, yeah. I guess this whole time I was trying to figure because I remember like you were asking me like, what is it that I need help with the most, and I couldn't come with a question till right now, and that was a question that kind of like that's what exactly what I needed help on, so it was just kind of like spot on. So yeah, I appreciate the input.
Yeah. Getting off a 5-day challenge stuff. Another one that you're gonna have to tackle, which is kind of a bigger deal for some people than other people, is you're gonna have to get approved funds. You're gonna be submitting an offer. You're not gonna be able to submit an offer unless you have a proof of funds. What is a proof of funds? A proof of funds is a letter from an institute or a person. It could be a private person that saying, hey, I will lend this person money on to flip real estate. It doesn't have to be a bank. We're talking about lenders. So I have a blanket one I got from one of my lenders that I do hard money with, and I just keep changing the date so I don't bother him. Rod's approved for $500,000 on this LLC. His phone number's on there, company letterhead. People, sometimes the agents call it and it's like, yeah, I've done, I don't know, 8 or 9 flips with Rod. It's been a while since we've done something with them, but yeah, I would lend on this. So how do you get a proof of funds? Start calling lenders, start calling hard money lenders. Google hard money lender and your market. You're going to get some national ones, you're going to get some local ones, and say, hey, I want to get approved for, I've never flipped before. I want to get approved for hard money. I want to start flipping. All right, cool. Well, it's not like a bank where you got to give them 2 years bank stubs and social security, firstborn, blood type. Most of these are lenders. They might just run your soft pull on your credit and make sure you're not a felon and make sure I think that's kind of like most of them, if they even like my first hard money lender didn't pull my credit. They based everything off of the asset. They just raised my rate higher because I was the first time. I couldn't prove I flipped any. So Mojave Capital in Vegas is who I got. So say, hey, I'm going to start making offers. Can you send me a proof of funds letter? So go, yeah, whatever. That's it. Civic is a national one. So that's something you guys can start doing in the meantime, start making these offers. Civic, lending home, they're corporate. So like what they'll do is like sometimes send you a property. Do you have a property that you have in mind? You give them the property address. It's going to say that property address on there. You're approved to get this for this amount, boom. If you're a little handy with Canva, there might be a way where Canva can change the address to, you might be able to change it to like any property or something like that. I didn't say anything like that, but if they're going to approve you for a 400K property or whatever it is for one, they're going to do it for all of them. So you can go in and change the address if you want, or make a blanket one for yourself. You know they're going to lend on it. They can call that lender and verify it. That's what I would do. I used my buyer's. He had a bank statement, Chase bank statement. I said, hey, bro, I want to make offers. Can I use your proof of funds? Yeah. If a wholesaler came to me, Rod, I wanna make a proof of funds, use your proof of funds. Here, bring me the deal first. I want right what's it called? Right of first review. What's it called? I don't even know how to say it. Where's my teacher at? Anna, how do you say it? Right of first right of refusal. Refusal.
Oh,
But yeah, I have a blanket one that just says Ron LLC. I just change the date every quarter or something like that. And I used to let him know, hey, I'm updating it. And then he's just like, whatever, dude. But yeah, you'll worry about that once the agent's like, let's submit the offer. What else we got? Was that good? Was it scary? Did it scare any of
what?
you
Proof of
guys?
funds?
Yeah. You already got that, huh? It's not an issue for you.
I already have proof of funds.
Oh,
But
how'd you get it?
when I first started trying to figure out how do I get that letter, I went to Kiavi and I like put in all this information. And then I was like, I don't need to do all that. Um, and so then I started talking to somebody at Boost Lending, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll approve you up to 500K."
You got a blanket one.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. Boost. Did I do?
And
I
I
think
just
I
reached
did
out and
one.
said, "Thanks, Jason." That was
Yeah,
it.
they
Yeah,
get it. They get it.
yeah, yeah.
You can also be a private person. Like if you know a private person that has got some money that
Okay.
wants to lend, I'll do a company letterhead. But what else we got? Only two people today. Boom.
Wait a minute,
Everybody's
but we're
asleep.
here.
Is there more? Yeah. What'd you say, Anna?
I said, but wait a minute, we're here.
Yeah, the most important people are here.
I know. I just think sometimes, sometimes it's like, yeah, you just can't jump on, but I think this is all really good stuff. If you're just getting started and, you know, I guess for me, this conversation has been really affirming because I feel like I'm doing a lot of the stuff right. And so
Right.
then it's just getting down to finding a different market than Vegas. And then kind of honing in there. And so then, my big like blanks to fill in are, okay, who are the realtors that I'm reaching out to? And then like end buyers, finding end buyers in that market.
Mhm.
And so, and I'm not worried about it because I know we're going to work on it. And, but it is definitely something that I was kind of stuck on when I was just kind of trying to stay afloat on my own at this point in the game.
Mm.
It's kind of what kept me from reaching out further to my other market. So
Yeah, it's really sad because Vegas was really good. When our first 3 months we attacked Vegas MLS. We got 9 contracts each month, 9 or 10 contracts.
oh my gosh.
Bam, 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 bam. Closed like 4 or 5 of them, maybe 3 to 4 of them. That's kind of the
So I
average,
mean,
like three or
besides the
four.
market just being totally saturated and and home prices being kind of crazy. And, I mean, what's your take on like these corporate people coming in and purchasing all these rental properties? And
As far as corporates, like most of them, they got to buy like 90s and up. They got to buy like newer stuff. We focus on, to be honest with you, and I had taught this in the other coaching program, but like if we went back and looked at the data,
Mhm.
you know who we sold the most, you know who we did most wholesales with off market? Single, this is the avatar. Single, white, female, 55 or older, house built before 1980.
Okay.
Empty nester.
Yeah.
Like the vast majority of the people fit that. So so when we did marketing, we're spending money. I don't want to look at houses built in 2090. Most of our people
Yeah.
are these older houses. So until they start buying deep, these 1950s, 60s, 70s with lead based paint and all that crap, and they don't want to touch it. It could change. But yeah, I think
That's interesting.
it was an issue. We were worried about it when the iBuyers first came, but then, they can't touch the houses we need. And oh my gosh, in Kansas City, these houses are built 1900, 1910, flat
I
roofs,
know.
cast iron plumbing. They ain't touching it. There's so many people who haven't upgraded their house
Right.
for 40 years, 80 years. I don't think it's an issue. But I think the main
Okay.
issue is the interest rate right now, because it made people there's no inventory. There's a very low inventory.
Right.
When I was locking 10 houses up a month, the inventory was like 8,000 in Vegas.
Well,
9,000. Now it's like 3,000.
yeah.
3,000, 4,000. Silly. That's why when
Well,
I
there's
looked at your
so
numbers,
many
I was
people
like,
trying to do that in Vegas that then
yeah, it
you kind of
just
like you can't jump fast enough. It's like piranhas. It's just, like it's gone.
exactly. These sellers don't need to sell. I got 3%.
Right.
I ain't selling. I ain't selling. It's crazy. It's really the way scary what happened in Vegas. Like I know so many people that are out. So many people. And how are you going to survive? This is
Right. How do you
what
keep it going?
this is a problem with a lot of my friends is we all had a lifestyle that was expensive because you could always go out and do a 40K flip or a 27K wholesale deal like it was nothing for the last 7, 10, 8 years. It's just coming. It just always was a good market. And when
Yeah.
you're undisciplined, you creep up and you're just expecting that money to come in. It's been 2 years, 2022, when it crashed. I'm talking with conviction because I know I was holding 3 houses when the rate went from 4 to 8. And it's been tough,
Gosh.
man. It's been a tough couple of years. That's when I switched from flipping to wholesaling again. That's when I was like, all
Okay.
right, I know what's coming.
Well,
I
and
need
Ryan
to.
has said the same thing that,
Does he
for a
really?
while he was doing a bunch of other stuff. And I've heard him say, not in the past week or so, but really just in the past couple months, at the last Wealth Con, one of the things he said was that he's back to focusing primarily on wholesaling. And it's
And it's
for
funny.
similar reasons. Yeah.
It's so crazy. Like, I mean, he's a flipper that wholesales. He's good at it, but I think there's like, I really think this is like a really good time to get into wholesaling because I think so many people are out that I know that we're in. And it's so much pent up energy. People can't sell, flippers can't flip.
Yeah.
Something has to happen. Like,
Right. Some's got to give. Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got
So
to
you
lower the
think
interest rates
that
or something,
Vegas will
bro.
kind of come back around?
Oh yeah, Vegas was a
Yeah.
stay away from place for a long time. Remember, 2005 was like the top of the
Oh yeah.
market, and it crashed. And
Yeah.
Vegas, Phoenix got hit, lost. I mean, these houses they're 400 now, they're 80K. No one
Wow.
wants these houses. They're trying to sell their houses for 40K. I know a buddy of mine. He sold his house. He bought it for 200, sold it for 40K. Walked away from it. Just walked away from it.
Just had to.
Oh, well, you think the sky's falling, and it really was like,
Right. Just stay
just don't
put.
sell it. Rent
Stay
it
put.
out.
Yeah.
Dude, the house is worth like 600K now. You let go, like, you know what I mean?
I know.
But yeah, I think it'll be back. I just don't know when. So these other markets are moving. KC's moving. KC
Yeah.
looks good. Indy's good.
I think it's
Florida markets
probably
are,
why I was hit with the response that I was when I reached out to someone that I knew was maybe wholesaling in Kansas City, and the response was a little like, "Step off, sis." I was like, "Okay, got it."
weird, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, and I think that because he's done it for a long time, and now he's seeing people kind of getting into it, and maybe just has this
Black
insecurity that there's
mentality.
just not enough to go around. But it's so silly in a place like Kansas City where there's just stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I won't say his name,
Say it on the live. When we put
even
on
though he's small town famous. I won't say it, but whatever.
I wish my YouTubes were popular enough to where he'd get around to him.
He'd be like, "That girl, she's talking about me."
So would you
Like,
use him to like display your deals? Or no? It kind of turns you off.
I don't know. I think that he's done it for so long, and I don't know.
But you brought a deal. Say, hey, I got this deal. Do you have a buyer? You don't think he'd be a good fit for that, or you just like leave him alone?
Maybe.
Okay. There's plenty of
Yeah,
people
maybe.
who will help you move that deal and won't
Yeah,
make you feel a
maybe.
certain way
Maybe.
about it.
Yeah. Won't know until you ask.
Mhm. Let's get a deal first. Let's make some offers
Right.
and
Because when your
get close
response
to some
is,
deals.
that's what I do, right? So then the next reach out probably needs to be, well, I know this is what you do. And so are you interested in this?
You know, that's what I do too, right?
Exactly.
I'm coming for you now.
Yeah. I mean, it's so
No,
silly because I'm so tiny compared to him. I mean, yeah, whatever.
you'll see. You'll be able to connect with some people, some agents out there, and you get one that likes you. All you need is one rock star agent, and they'll just feed you deals. And you don't have to. You literally won't even have to do MLS offers if once you built that up. Like you have a business. Once you have enough agents bringing you deals, you're just like, hey,
Right.
no more marketing, no more, or you know what I
Right.
mean? Like it can get to that point.
It's coming to you.
Yes, that's the magic. That's the magic. This is why this is superior to
I'm
all
ready
the
for
other
some
channels
magic.
in my. Yeah. Come on, agents, work with me. Work with me.
All right, Ron. I'm about to head up. I appreciate the call tonight.
Of course. Of course. Are we gonna end now? And you need more stuff? More stuff. We want to talk more? Or you got
You
enough?
know what? I feel like I'm good. I've got some homework to do, and um yeah, and I feel like I've got some good direction.
Good.
Yeah, my bandwidth tonight is terrible. I keep saying network bandwidth, something, something. And
It's
it's
not that
funny because
bad.
it's hit and miss, but
On my end, it's not that bad. I can't really even tell.
I haven't had a bad Zoom call in a while, so it's kind of funny that this is like this tonight. I thought maybe I'd go turn off my router and try again.
Yeah, reset it. Yeah, we got to do that now. We probably need a new one.
Yeah.
Freak
Well,
cup.
so tomorrow we'll meet at 3. That'll give me time to either find a corner or get home so that we can meet. And between now and then, I'll try to find, I'm going to set up some filters and see if I can find something for us to comp.
Okay, so Wednesday 3, Thursday
Thursday 3,
3, Friday
3.
perfect.
Cool.
Tell Siri. Oh, I just got tired. I just
I'm
hit
tired
my.
too. I'm tired. I'm not eating. Hey, how did your fast go?
Oh man,
Did you eat a lot last
I
night?
had double hamburger with the Polish sausage link.
Okay. Yeah. You can do that.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Yeah. So
Nice.
I got my calories in, but
Yeah.
I think I lost a little bit of weight.
Do you know what I love? I love taking those. I usually buy andouille. Like I just kind of like it spicy and so I will like cut those up into little quarters, like just little round silver dollar sized and just throw those in the hottest pan that I can heat up with bell peppers, onions, and then just throw it on a plate with some like provolone cheese on top. Like,
Mm,
so good. So good.
yes.
And definitely on the plan. So, you know.
Yes. When I realized food's all about flavoring. So we got all
Yeah.
these different kind of like
Yeah.
what you were saying. I didn't know it was shawarma. I'm like, okay, we're gonna try that
Yeah.
next month.
No, you
What's
know what? If you
going on?
go to like, I don't know, maybe here it would be just in a normal grocery store. But like I bought mine at a Lebanese grocery store, like a little market in Kansas City. And so we went to this restaurant there. They had a market that was attached to it. And we just decided to step in one time and they had like all kinds of pita, like fresh made pita bread. And I was like, that's it. This is the
Oh
place.
yeah, your
You
bread.
could go and they have like a deli counter. You could just like get the meat cut right there, a butcher. And but that's where I found the shawarma seasoning and it's lasted me forever. But I will tell
Never
you,
heard
you
of that.
throw chicken or anything
Exactly.
on the grill with that, and the neighbors will ask you what you're making.
There you go.
What are you having?
What's